Good morning. Well, I screwed up. Do I know what I did right now? Not overly. Um, yeah, so, anyways, doing the lower rocker boxes on the Street Glide. I had them off last year, put new gaskets in, powder coated them, they were red. And now that Kayla's riding the Street Glide, red was not her color and wanted to go to purple. So purpose of today's video is just going to be for rookie mistakes, I guess. I've been pulling wrenches, been a mechanic for 20 some years now, and yeah, I still make mistakes. I honestly, one of the things I do is I'm always a person that follows the manual. Even if I've done the job many times, I'm still going to have the manual out. I'm going to read it to start with. So this one here, even going through doing these rocker boxes again, I still read the manual, I still follow, but I messed something up. So we're going to go through here and we're going to find out, check a few things out and see what I did and hopefully get this running. And the whole purpose of today's video is if you've made this mistake that I have, which I'm going to find out, I don't know yet what I've done, but we're going to go through and have a look and see what's going on. I have a feeling I know what I did. It was a couple days ago after it didn't start. I walked away from it and I was up at about 4 o'clock this morning thinking about what I probably did or what I could have done. So yeah, we're going to check out a few things. I want to have a look. I have a suspicion that even though every time I pull push rods out, this bike still has the factory push rods in it, which have a different length between the intake and the exhaust push rod. When I take push rods out, I always, make sure that I keep the top and keep them in the right order. But I'm just as a sneaking suspicion on this one that I may have mixed them up somehow. That's I was kind of thinking, what else is going to cause the issues that I'm having right here? So hopefully we got no damage if that is the case, because I have cranked it over a couple times. Everything cranking over sounded okay. There was no abnormal noises. So my sinking suspicion here is I may have on one of the cylinders mixed up that intake and exhaust push rod, which hopefully I didn't. The exhaust on the factory push rods are normally have a black paint or a black coating on them. They're darker, but who knows what I could have done. Been doing this, working on engines and stuff a long time, but can't say I'm perfect. I try to be very meticulous, but mistakes still happen even to, doesn't matter who you are. Try never to have it happen, but yeah, we'll get into this now. So give me a minute, I'll reset things up and we're gonna start having a look at a few things. The bike's come apart this winter and it's kind of been apart now for a couple months, and went and got it back together. I'll show you here. Got some purple going on a few pieces. This is a disco purple powder coat. Did the air cleaner, crash bar, floorboards, rocker boxes, highway bars, and yeah, I got a few parts on it now switched up to purple from red. So anyways, long story short, I just got it back together about 2 days ago, and yeah, hit the start button. And first off, my O-ring on the fuel quick connect on the tank, that one started leaking right away. So luckily I had some O-rings on hand. Swapped that out, then went back to cranking it over, and it would fire and give one fire and then it would stop, and that was about it. So I've got as far as I pulled the plugs, had a look at the plugs, and my front cylinder plug was wet, the back cylinder plug was dry. Then I was going to do a compression test to make sure I got the rocker arms, everything back together right, and found out my automotive compression tester I have will not fit these small plugs. So I have not got to the point of compression test, but we'll see. We're going to get there. Just going to pull the air cleaner off. I want to give it a cleaning anyhow. Set there. See if you can see that nice disco purple that it's going. love the color. It really shines when you start getting into the bright light. So it's gonna get a cleaning. Gonna have a look at how things are. I know when I did put this together not long ago, I had everything cleaned up here on this intake. So just from a little bit of cranking over, I am seeing a bit of gunk here in the intake. So it makes me kind of think I might have a valve that's staying open, maybe giving a little pressure, pushing back, pushing some gunk out of here. So, or a little bit of what should be going into the cylinder getting pushed back out the other direction. As I drop both of those little clips, we're gonna get a little bit further here. I've already pulled out I'm gonna lift up my push rods, and I'm gonna see if we can get in and have a look at the coloring on the push rods to make sure I've got them in the right spots. We'll have a check. I'm hoping I do. If I don't, I don't have adjustable push rods. I'm not close to anywhere that I'm gonna go buy them, so I'll probably end up pulling them back, the rockers back off of it if I did mess them up and switch it out, but we'll have a look here. All right, I think I've found the problem here. So I'm just gonna flip the camera around and I'll show you what I'm referring to. Now the outside push rods, let me just give it a shot here, turn this around. The outside push rods, which I have kind of popped up here, I'm gonna lift them up and have a look at the push rod. Right down in here, I should have on the exhaust, it should be a black, and I'm not seeing a black, so I'm gonna look at this inside one, and I'll see if I can get the camera into that one. And I'm not sure if I can see it, but the inside one is my intake push rod. And see if I can get them both in the same picture. You might be able to see I have the no black on the outside and black on the inside. So I'm going to take now and I'm going to pull my rocker box back off here, and pull off the top and out the support plate and take the push rods out and check them out. I think that's what's happened, is I think I did mix them up. I can show you here on the front cylinder, this outside one, where am I at? Right down at the bottom, I can see the black, and on the inside one, nothing. So I think I got it right on the front cylinder and possibly got them in backwards on the back one. So I'm gonna start tearing this down, and I'll be back and show you. All right, we've got the side cover off, pulled the main fuse, seat off, fuel tank off, and now I'm going to remove my top rocker box cover, and then we'll get the engine into the right position with the cam lobes all the way down. So that'll be our next step of this. All right, seeing as this isn't a how-to video, I'm not going to get into talking about different lengths of bolts and how everything goes. Use your manual and look that stuff up. Gasket out, try not to damage. All right, next I'm going to go into, pull the spark plugs out, put it in 6th gear. I'm going to roll the engine over to find the bottom of the cam lobes and get any pressure off of the rocker arms. All right, I got my engine rotated over. So now I'm sitting on the base of the cam lobes, and yeah, I messed up. So, I don't know if it's just getting complacent or what it is. What I will normally do is when I'm putting things back together is make sure that I will grab my push rods and give them a spin. Make sure that they spin freely. I think I've definitely, can't say for sure till I get them out, but I'm going to measure them. But I do not have any spin on this intake side. My exhaust rotates freely, so I'm gonna go about. I'm gonna pull the breathers and loosen off my rocker support plate here, and just see what I did. Hopefully no damage, fingers crossed, but I'm gonna yank it out now and have a look at things. All right, we will get these rockers out of the way. Let's get them pulled out and we'll be able to pull those push rods and have a look here in a second. Get these finessed out of here. All right, set them off the side. We'll check them out in a minute. All right, here is, I guess, our moment of truth. This here should be my exhaust push rod. And yeah, I've messed them up. I got them mixed up. So the exhaust is a little bit longer. I'm just going to double check here, set this one. Now let's drop it back in the hole. And let's have a look at this intake one. And sure enough, I did mess them up. There's our black mark on here for our exhaust one. And yeah, now I guess I'll gonna measure them and just double check, because the exhaust is the longer one, which we can probably take right now. I'm just gonna make sure I don't flip them around, because I know I didn't get them upside down. And there we go. The exhaust one is just a little bit longer. So I'm gonna just give them an inspection, and if that's it, I'm gonna clean things up and start on the back together. And hopefully that's the end of the problem. So something as easy as when I take these out, I've always just gotten the habit when I pull push rods, I'll pull them both, I keep them in my hands, I walk over to the bench, and normally when I set them down on the bench, I have a method of where I'm gonna put them. Whatever one is on the right, if it's these two, my right one will normally I'll sit them on the bench a little bit longer, and I keep them in order as they come out from left to right. So I don't know what happened. I'm guessing I probably just picked them up off the bench, turned and walked, or yeah, I'm not 100% sure how I messed that up. But the reason I'm making this video is because I went back through the manual and had a look, and I was trying to see where in the manual it mentioned it. And in our normal spot for doing the rocker box gaskets, I kind of went through it again, and because I didn't remember seeing even in there, I normally follow along. I didn't see it there, so just a lot of guys, when you're doing these, most people are cutting them out and going to a adjustable push rod. I probably should have. I've had it apart enough times now that it would have been a lot nicer and a lot smarter if I had done that. But anyways, I'm gonna slowly check things out here, make sure I have no damage, no bent parts, and yeah, there's what to watch for. Something as stupid as just getting those two backwards. Yeah, we have had a no start, no run condition out of this. So, all right, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get this back together and we'll fire it up. We are going back together. Just getting these breathers torqued. Bring them down evenly, and then I'll put the rocker box assembly back on. So we'll keep moving ahead and we'll fire it up here in a few minutes. All right, we got the motor back together, rocker box is back on, I threw on the fuel tank, everything's torqued down, the seat. The only thing really I got left to do is clean the air cleaner. I'm gonna go give that a quick clean and throw the main fuse back in it, and we'll give it a go. So, all right, we're all back together. Here goes nothing. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing, forgetting anything. All right, turn on the fuel, make sure I got no fuel line leaks. Guess it helps if I have the keys here. Got me nervous when nothing fired up. All right, let's try this again. All right, let's go, and all right, so far so good. I'm gonna give everything a check over and make sure I got no oil leaks, and then we'll probably take it for a little test drive. So, all right, don't do what I did. That was a big mistake that I made. I'm glad to not hear any odd noises firing that up. Yeah, got it back together. So, yes, I guess the answer to the question, does your push rod position make a difference? Absolutely. There's a prime example of how I screwed up, not paying attention, and yeah, put them in the wrong spot. And we had a no start, and luckily I didn't, bend a valve or put extra stress, hopefully not on that rocker plate, and we'll see how it goes. So anyways, thanks for watching. Don't make my mistakes. Hopefully you can learn from them, and I know, yeah, I'll learn from this one, and won't ever get that one again. All right, thanks for sticking around.